Welcome back to Scottish Man Cave. Welcome to this week's vlog. We beat Celtic. Yes!
One pair of pants later. days later.
Welcome to Elgin, and I'm not going to lie guys, I am still hungover. It's like 3 days after Aberdeen winning the Scottish Cup, and yeah, I haven't done anything apart from celebrate. I can't stop watching the goals, especially the penalty kicks. Honestly, I've just been watching podcast after podcast, everything just about Aberdeen Football Club. But yeah, we're in Elgin. We're going to have a wee quick look at the charity shops, and then we might even head somewhere else as well for this week's vlog. So not much on the charity shop kind of front, but nonetheless, we're still doing a wee mini charity shop trip. So let's have a look in Elgin. Every time I come up to Elgin, this store is closed. But thankfully, Asda came to the rescue. I've picked up a couple of copies of that Wario for the Nintendo Switch. I will be keeping one copy for my collection, and I'm going to sell off the other 2 copies for a profit. There was 3 copies in total. But oh my god, I so wanted that Dead Space. It was £1, but it's sold out. I would have loved that for the collection, Dead Space. So I think my mission might be to just have a look in all the Asdas in the northeast of Scotland, possibly for next week's vlog. Because yeah, the time of recording this is Wednesday, and I'll probably start recording on the Friday for the next week's vlog. So yeah, a bit gutted about the Dead Space for £1. I didn't pick up I think it's called Fire Team Bravo, because you can only play it with the VR, and I don't have VR for the PlayStation, and it's not something I plan to get anytime soon. Oxfam were in £5.99, but in CX it's £6, so I've left it behind for another collector that might want it, because nobody's going to resell it for a profit. And yeah, so thankfully Asda came to the rescue, because the charity shops in Elgin this week have been absolutely dire. Just nothing at all. There was a couple of games in Bernardo's, but just your usual FIFAs, PGA Tours, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, guys, that's going to do it for Elgin, I think. But I'm going to go back down towards Aberdeen, but we're going to make a pit stop in a town called Keith. And we've never been in Keith before on this channel. And to be honest, I don't think I've ever been to Keith. Maybe on that famous train, but that's about it. So it's been a long time since I've been there. Probably maybe as a kid, but that'll be it, kind of thing. But disappointing for the charity shops, but I reckon I can make about £10 profit for that Nintendo Switch games, so it'll come in quite handy. And that's exactly what I will be doing in the future. Also, if I can make profit on games I see brand new sealed on discount in supermarkets and stuff, and not just video games, it could be action figures, it could be anything really. I will buy brand new stuff, because it's easier to sell brand new things, for good reviews and all that. So I will keep an eye out, for action figures and things like that. I did pick up, as you see, the WWE Universal Championship. I bought that for like £2.50. I reckon I can make about £8 on it. I reckon I could sell for a tenner. I've sold them before, so I reckon that might actually be a decent pickup. So yeah, not much for the collection apart from the Asda pickups, but it's still early days. We've still got maybe 1 or 2 towns to go to, depending on time. I might try another Asda actually. There's one in Huntly, so I might go to Huntly just to have a wee nosy, because I would absolutely love if I could find like 5 Dead Spaces for £1 each. That would make the month, and it also helps the budget, for these kind of gaming trips and stuff. So could be worth a shout to have a looky in these sort of kind of shops and stuff. I'm not sure. I hate being on these train tracks. I'm not sure if that was a way to go down there. But yeah, quite happy with that Asda pickups. I could have picked up that Star Wars for £5 as well, but Xbox Series games in general, just the value don't hold up like the PlayStation 5 does. But any Xbox games are almost worthless at this point, and I know that a lot of the Xbox games don't have the actual game on the disc, and you've got to download them, so that's the reason why I left that behind. Good price, £5. Could have bought it from my own collection, but again, budget is a bit limited, so got to be smart with my money. So that's why I picked up the Nintendo Switch games instead, because they will, especially brand new and sealed, they'll go for about £20. I noticed some people are selling them on eBay and Amazon for £27, so but I might just put £20 just to flip them quickly, make a nice quick profit, so we can fund it back in to the collection and to our hunting trips and stuff. But I do apologise, guys, it's probably not one of my vintage vlogs. As I say, I still feel drained from the Scottish Cup hangover. You know, it was literally 2 days of celebrations. You would have seen my brother in the video with the big ginger bushy beard. Big shout out to my brother Cameron, who might watch the video. It was such a good night, such a good night. Just like the whole city, the whole vibe of the city. I've never seen it like that in my life. And I've been going out in that nightclubs since I was 18 years old, so speaking of way over, 13 to 14 years now. And honestly, I'm just, I still feel emotional. I've listened to BBC Radio Scotland back about 4 times. I've watched all the interviews about 1,000,000 times. I've watched the penalty kicks a heap of times. Like, for a size of club at Aberdeen, not to win the Scottish Cup in 35 years was just unthinkable. If you think about it, it's like Manchester United, Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal never winning the FA Cup for 35 years. That's how big it was. Kind of almost like Newcastle winning the cup. It's been the year of the underdogs when it comes to football. But I know guys, I know not everyone who watches my channel likes football, and I totally get it. But obviously I'll probably say I'm more passionate about my football team than I'm my video game collecting, to be honest. It's just something like Aberdeen Football Club's in my blood, kind of thing. And I know a lot of people that are not into football, even in the city, were celebrating. So it's such a big occasion. If it happens again, it won't be special, because, as I say, it's the first time in my lifetime I've seen Aberdeen win the Scottish Cup. We won the League Cup in 2014, but I think it's the same story in England. The League Cup's like the Diddy Cup. It's not as special as like the main cup competition. So honestly, I'm over the moon. Other news, excuse me, I've still got a bad throat from the last couple of days, but I haven't paid my container deposit this month, and a simple reason why I haven't paid it this month. For one, obviously I was out celebrating, so I needed money for that. But number two, I've got a meeting on Friday to speak about potential funding. So you get government kind of funding and stuff for new starts and businesses and all that. So, the business gateway advisor I've got is basically saying, oh wait, you do realise you can get funding rather than try to get out of your own pocket, the container and stuff like that. So I'm gonna see what I can do. There's no guarantee I'm gonna get the funding, and if that's the case, then I'll put the deposit down probably next month. But overall, it might be a great way to start. I think it's £1,000 funding, so that gets things started. So I've already got stock in the man cave and stuff. So I actually think if we can get the funding, we can use half of it for stock, half of it for rent for a couple of months just to get us going. And it's not really having to go too much out my pocket as well. So, I think it's the government are trying to get obviously people in work and things like that, and to start new businesses and be entrepreneurial and take risks and stuff, because they want the economy to, well, I think they do anyway. I think most people do. Everyone wants the economy in a good place just now, and just now there's like, it's not the best, is it? Like your cost of living crisis, all that kind of crap. So I think that's why the government are funding like new starts, new businesses and things like that. So that 2 Nintendo Switch games could be a nice wee flip for the business. 20 quid's not got to be at the bank, but it's nice profit. It's easy to sell because they're brand new and sealed. Easy to get good feedback as well. That's a very important thing, especially with eBay, Amazon and all that kind of stuff. There's good feedback. So we're in a good place, I think. And as I say, I've got all the equipment. I've got fancy label printers, all that kind of thing. So we're almost good to go. And then eventually, once we do have a decent budget, we will start the car boots eventually. But what I keep saying is the car boot sales is not going to be my main way of finding stock or generating revenue. The car boot sales is going to be more for this channel. I'll be clear, if I wasn't doing YouTube, I don't think I would be doing the car boot sales to get my stock, especially because a lot of my stock is from charity shops, books in particular, because that's going to be the main source of income, will be books eventually. So yeah, I just want to get that out there because I know people want me to start the car boots immediately. I just don't have the finances to do so right now. That's why I'm kind of very tight with what I buy in the charity shops just now. Like you would have seen when I first started the channel, I was picking up a lot more stuff, but I was buying things I didn't really need, or I was just taking up room and stuff like that. So I'm being a little bit more specific with what I buy just now in the charity shops. And quite simply, I just don't have the room right now. So for the PlayStation 2 games, for example, so it needs to be something I really need and want before I go and just splash the cash. So that's kind of why I've not found anything in Elgin that was charity shop related, apart from that couple of toys I want to sell on eBay. So, but I guess that's just the update on what's happening there. But overall, it's so exciting. I feel really energized about it. I think this is, going to be my life for the next, hopefully, 20 to 30 years kind of thing. And of course, content creation is one way. I want this to be the full-time income. I want this to be the main income, is content creation, because that's what I enjoy the most, is the content creation. So, it's what Dave Cormack said, it's a marathon, not a sprint, and that's exactly how Scottish Man Cave brand's going to be. It's going to be a marathon, not a sprint. It's not going to happen overnight. There's got to be hard times, there's got to be good times, but yeah, honestly, what a weekend this has been. It's just been absolutely amazing. So yeah guys, I'm going to grab the bus and I think we're going to head to Keith.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Right, welcome to Keith. I have never been to Keith for a charity shop trip before. I don't even know where I'm going, if I'm being honest. But yeah, this is Keith. It's actually turned into a nice sunny day, I must admit. But I need to figure out where the hell I'm going. I don't even know. I'm gonna have to check my directions. But I think, according to Google Maps, I think there's 3 charity shops. I'm just checking my phone just now. There's 3 charity shops apparently. Never been to any of them. But how do I get there? How do I get there? That's the question. Try to see. Yeah, I think I've actually gotten off the bus quite early. I think I've got off at the wrong stop, but it's okay, we'll have a wee walk, and as soon as we see the charity shops, we'll take a look. Right, I think this is the main shopping street in Keith. Never been here before, as I say, and if I have been here, I would have been a kid, because I can't remember that much of it. But yeah, apparently 3 charity shops here. Don't know if they're any good or not. But, as I say, never been here before, so it's worth having a wee little nosy at the town. I've got time to kill. We're not in a rush. But, what's this? Patterson's, oh, that looks like a toy shop or something. What is that? Gifts, cars, stationery, toys, handbags, yeah. Don't think that's a... does look like a charity shop, but already the prices look... No, they're brand new stuff, they're brand new. I think. Let's see what charity shops there is around here. Very quiet street for a main street. I don't know what the population of Keith is, maybe 20,000 or something. That looks like a antiques kind of store, but yeah, I'm not sure I'll go in there. just wanting dedicated charity shops, sort of thing. Keith Motors, it's car parts and all that kind of crap. Yeah, but never been here before. Not that I remember, anyway. Don't know if their charity shops are any good. But we'll wait and see. But to be honest, I think that Asda was a big win. You know, that was a massive win, I thought. Finding that Wario game. I might stop off at one more Asda, to be honest. So we'll wait and see. Yeah, very quiet wee tune. Kind of thing. Just kind of looks like a charity shop, but kind of doesn't. What's that? Unix. I think it's a business. Not me, I've probably walked past a charity shop, but we'll see. I need to check Google Maps actually. I know I'm on the right street. I think that higher up. And I think it's maybe more thrift stores. And to be honest, than actual charity shops, like actual businesses, which I'm not really interested in. I'm just interested in charity shops, because normally these kind of stores, like second-hand shops, are expensive because they'll go by the eBay prices. And we're not really wanting that at all. And we're actually coming up to the British Red Cross, apparently, which is good. I see it right there. It's right there, guys. So let's have a wee little nosy in the British Red Cross.
Well, this is the sort of form as you tell him that he was the entity and something like that. And she's realised she's purchased herself a level half to do it, otherwise she could have herself in. And I explained to her, you know, feeling that you wouldn't make it hard, you're all right. Well, she no, that's wrong, love, because she got partially pregnant and then.
Okay, that was a bit rubbish. They did have a bunch of games, overpriced. They had a Pikachu Teddy that I was debating picking up, but then it was £7.99. So as soon as I seen the price tag, straight back. Yeah, that was expensive in that charity shop. A bit disappointing there for the British Red Cross, but yeah, I know not to go there again. There was nothing there that was worth it at all. The Ashes game, £3. That was £2 in CEX as well. So just nothing at all that was worth picking up. Again, don't really know Keith too well, but yeah, we won't be going to that Red Cross again. I tend to find this part of the country, especially Huntly as well, it's quite expensive. But again, I've never really been to Keith, but Huntly's only like 5 miles up the road, 10 miles, something like that, and yeah, it's extortionate. Absolutely extortionate. So, let me see if I can find the other charity shop in this town. Yeah, guys, I think that's our charity shop right there. Yeah, it doesn't look good, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I reckon that was a charity shop there. It's Life Food Care, I think it is that. Yeah, looking at the photo and looking at that, I think that is it. It's clearly Google Maps has not updated it, I think. Yeah, that's a bit of a bummer, I think. Yeah, I'm like walking past it now. Yeah, it's definitely that. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. James Ann, and yeah, it was actually, I don't know, but it looks like yeah, I think it is that shop on Google Maps, as you can see where I am in the map. That's a shame. That is a shame. If it only is the Red Cross. Yeah, it is a shame. Unless I go down this way, but I doubt it. I really doubt it. I think I'm going the wrong way, to be honest. Yeah, nothing here. This is just garages and private land here. No. So that's a bit unfortunate. Yeah, that would have been the charity shop right there. So I think we're a bit unlucky here, guys. I think the only charity shop in Keith was that one. That's a Pokemon card shop. I don't really want to be going in there. Chinese takeaway. Yeah, it doesn't look good, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I think that British Red Cross might be the only charity shop in town, which is annoying. I thought there was 3 charity shops in Keith, but it doesn't look like it. It's a nickel and dime. Keith Carpet Centre, no. There is this is Christmas charity. It looks like somebody's house on Google Maps there. Yeah, it looks like just the British Red Cross, guys. So that is a bummer. That is a real bummer. That it's only that, the British Red Cross. That's the annoying thing about Google Maps sometimes, that it just doesn't update, you know. Yeah, it's quite annoying, that. And I don't think there's that really much else to see here, to be honest. Yeah, that's so gutting. That is really gutting. I would have liked to have really tried out Keith, but there's just nothing at all here. Carry out. Yeah, just that's a bummer. That is a bummer, guys. There's pet stores, European meals, takeaways. Yeah, I think it was too good to be true, and I should have double checked. Maybe see if they were closed down, but that's just a pharmacy. That's coming up as the charity shops. That's just Beard's Pharmacy. That's dogs. That's dog stuff. Oh well, that's a disappointment. If I knew that, I wouldn't have bothered. But you know, that's the whole point of this channel as well. You know, you take the wins with the losses, and I think this is a wee loss. As I say, don't really know Keith too well, and yeah, unfortunately, I feel gutted a little bit. Stop off here. We'll probably have to wait about an hour for the next bus as well. I don't know, I might grab a coffee or something. I know I need the toilet, that's for sure. I'll continue walking around Keith, but yeah, it doesn't look like there's much here, like, I'm not gonna lie. What's that? That's just magic money. Closed down the shop there as well. Yeah, it's a bit gutted. Let me know in the comments, guys, if you're from Keith, if you know there's a charity shop. Maybe I've missed it, potentially. Maybe I'm just walking past it. Greys of Keith kind of looks antique-ish, and to be honest, probably expensive, to be honest, and I'm not the biggest fan of going into these types of shops, to be fair with you guys, because we've got a similar one in Aberdeen and it's extortionate. They were wanting like £5 for like a 50p PS2 game, so I'm not keen on filming people's shops like that. See, what is this? I think it's just a gift shop. Yeah, it looks like a kid's toy shop, gift shop. They're all brand new stuff. They're not like second hand or anything. It's just a ladies' wear store. So yeah, guys, it looks like this is a loss. This is not a win. I think there was one more charity shop on the map, but it is a bit away out. And to be honest, what time is it just now? Well, it's 3:30, so I don't know, we might have time, but that's if it's even existed. And there's no Bank of Scotland there either. Yeah, I thought Keith might have been good, but it's turning out it might not be. So yeah, I'm just having a look. Yeah, there's one called Bargain Buys, but that's way out the way, and it looks more like a. Oh no, that's just like a chain like Poundland and all that. So that's not a charity shop. And there's one that says Christmas charity. That's definitely somebody's house. So wait, turning up to somebody's door. Yeah, that is disappointing. I'm not gonna lie. But we know not to come to Keith again for charity shops. But it was the one place that I've not really tried up it this way before. Normally you need to go straight to Elgin from Inverurie to get some decent charity shops. I think as well, by the time we get to Inverurie, a lot of the stores will be closing. A lot of them close at 4 o'clock, and plus Inverurie is an easy trip for us from Aberdeen, so I think we'll give Inverurie a miss. I might, and a big might, I might try Huntly's Asda. Just have a look again, see if they might have Dead Space for £1. I think that's going to be the theme for next week's vlog, is if we can find Dead Space for £1. There is a Tesco there, but Tesco don't sell video games anymore, which is sad really. Don't know why they don't. Same with CDs. I wish every other supermarket done what Asda was doing at my one down at the Aberdeen beach. You know, selling £1 CDs through Music Magpie. I wish they did that, to be honest. But yeah, I'm a bit disappointed with Keith, to be fair. I thought Keith might have had a couple of charity shops, but again, guys, can't complain. Got some good deals through Asda. So, you know, it is what it is, I guess. Yeah, there's absolutely nothing here in Keith. You know, as I say, that was the main street, I believe, in Keith. So, yeah, a bit of a dud. I don't even know where I'm going to get the main bus again. But yeah, anyway, guys, next time you'll see me will either be in Huntly at the Asda or back at the Man Cave.
One nap later.
Welcome back to the Man Cave, and we've got so many stuff for this week's vlog that we're just going to go straight to it. I'm going to do the toys quickly. I picked these up during the week. I've got this Batman. I think I picked him up for like £1, £2. I might get maybe a tenner, something like that. So this will be getting listed on eBay. This bad boy, the Hulk. Again, I think he was like £1. So looks scary, does he? So again, just try and, you know, toys seem to be the best ones to flip. I realise, you know, make a quick £1 into like £8, for example. The next one I paid £2. Spider-Man. Again, might be worth something. Again, I'm taking a punt, but for £2 it's worth a go. And this big bad boy I think could be worth something. I know it's from Spider-Man. Is it Venom? Let me know in the comments, guys. I think it's Venom, but again, I think I paid like £1, £2 for this. It's a big bad boy, I'm not gonna lie. It's got this thing at the back. Oh, look! It moves his tongue. So that was that. That was just pickups from off-camera charity shops. Picked this up for 50p. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. I don't know the names of them, but it's the orange one anyway. So for 50p, that was okay. Picked this up for £1. Don't know if it's worth anything. Lion King. Could be worth something. So again, it's all about like doing research and like seeing what sells and what doesn't sell. But this one definitely sells. I've sold lots of WWE figures and stuff before, and of course it is the Universal Championship. I reckon I could get about £15 for this potentially. It's actually in really good nick as well. So very good condition. Probably well looked after. Yeah, I think this could be about £15 maybe, and that was I think I paid £2.50, so it's definitely worth £2.50, that's for sure. So that's all the toys. Now we're going on to the CDs I picked up for this week. Picked these up off camera. So picked up Nil 35, didn't have this one, so good one to add to the collection. Also Nil 66, did not own this one either, so added that in. And I bought these 3 CDs from Asda, £20 in total. I bought 80s album US, some really good music on this one. Really happy with it, to be honest. Owner of a Lonely Heart, if you love your GTA San Andreas, yes, for examples on here, so really good one. Same for this one, 80s Party, pretty good, again lineup. And I've already added these on to my MP4, but this last one was a bit of a fail. This was like £6, £7. 80s pop jams, the 80s, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't recognise any of them, so I'm guessing this is like one hit wonders or something. But I was gonna return it, but I'll just keep it. I'll add it. There might be a couple of songs that I might recognise or something, but yeah, it's added to the collection anyway. And that goes on to my parcel I have. Now I'm super excited about this CD. It better be in good condition. It better be in good condition. It looks like it is. I picked up this CD and it's got to do with video games. One of my favourite games of all time, Grand Theft Auto Vice City. I picked up Grand Theft Auto Vice City Wave 103. Now, the whole collector's edition's like over £100 for all the CDs, and I don't want all of them because some of them have like the, you know, like the Cuban music and all that. So there's only certain radio stations I want. The biggest one I want is Flash FM, but I think my second favourite radio station on GTA Vice City is Wave 103. Some banging tunes, of course. Frankie Goes to Hollywood, Two Tribes, Tears for Fears, Pale Shelter, Kim Wilde, Kids in America is a good one. Blondie Atomic, love a bit of Blondie. Flock of Seagulls, I Ran So Far Away. The Human League, Keep Feeling Fascination. 99 Loose Balloons. But I think it's the jamming version. You've got to have the jamming version of that song. Love My Way. Spandu Ballet Gold, which is a good one. Japanese Boy from Aneka. Japanese Boy Aneka, that's I'm sure that was Flash FM, but for some reason it's on here. Obsession as well. Never Say Never, and Sunglasses at Night. So just Moment of Truth. See the disc. Looks okay. Looks not too bad. Looks not too bad. And that's the kind of case. So I'm super happy with that. This cost me £15, I would like to say. So Yeah, really happy to add it to the collection. And the only games I picked up for this week's vlog, but still pretty decent, 3 copies of Wario. We are Move It. I'm going to keep 1 copy for myself, and I'm going to keep 2 copies to sell on eBay, brand new and sealed. I'm going to sell these for £20. So yeah, not much in gaming pickups, but the gaming pickups we did pick up, I think that's a bargain for £9.99 each from Asda. And in next week's vlog, we will be having a look in Asda. Maybe I'll do the whole lot of Asdas in the northeast of Scotland. I'm not sure yet. I'll see how I feel. Depends. I might even have just the weekend off just to chill because it's been a bit hectic, and then maybe just check my local Asdas or something. I'm not sure, but I think we will have a wee nosy in all the Asdas. But anyway, guys, that is going to do it for this week's vlog. Yeah, quite a busy one. I've got a lot of listing to go and do now. We did sell a calculator for like £24, and I've also just sold a Power Ranger sword, so I need to get that packed up and shipped away. Once I start paying for the eBay subscription, I'm gonna have my own like custom name store and all that, so then you will start seeing my eBay store in the description. But yeah, that'll be maybe a few weeks time or something. So anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Come on, you Reds, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Ciao.